Good morning. How are you? We'll get back to mathematics, okay? Yeah, it's been long time and it's a difficult equation. The square free, well, multiplicative partition counting function of square free numbers, right? But we'll get back to it because we found the equation, right? We found the formula. We just need to review it and get it back. All right, we'll do it today. All right. Today's Sunday, and I didn't go to church because in Old Testament, it's required that you take Sabbath, 7 days off, and I decided to obey that. So, so that's why I didn't go to church. I went to church yesterday, the Bible study group. So, yeah, because I need a day off, totally, without going anywhere. I need that. All right, so that's why I didn't go to church. All right, so. Yeah. So Sabbath makes sense. You need a day off. At least once a week. So, uh, let's talk about all this protest going on. Okay, so in Minnesota, the prosecutor's office decided to charge uh, the police officers involved in the death of the African American gentleman. Um, they charged with third degree murder. It's like manslaughter, I guess, right? Uh, they charged them, but only after the protest. All right. So to me, this prosecution was. It seems this prosecution criminal charge was influenced by the protesters. Okay. So I'm. That's not desirable. Okay, because judiciary is supposed to be independent from politics. All right, it should be about facts and the law. It should not be influenced by mainstream majoritarian view. Okay, but judiciary, like judges, justices, they're people too. All right, so sometimes they just go along with the mainstream majoritarian, just like they legalized gay marriage, right? U.S. Supreme Court, but so that again, yeah. So Justice Kennedy and like Gang of Five, basically 5 out of 9 people, right? You Justice Sotomayor, Justice Kagan, Justice Kennedy, and Justice Ginsburg, and Justice I don't know the other one. Okay, maybe Justice Stevens. I don't know. So, but U.S. Supreme Court justices they cannot make laws. All right. So did they legalize gay marriage? Not really. Why? Because they're not legislators. They're not Congress. They cannot make a law like declaring gay marriage is legal now. No, that's misunderstanding of law. It's not judge's job to make something legal or illegal. It's against the Constitution. Okay, so U.S. Constitution is about separation of power, separation of you know judiciary, executive, legislative. Okay, so U.S. Supreme Court justices they don't have any power to constitutional power to legalize gay marriage because they are not congressmen, they are not senators, they are not legislators. Okay, so yeah, it's just mumbo jumbo, right? Yeah, hodgepodge. Yeah, so yeah, it's gay marriage. It's still illegal. Okay. Um, well, it actually depends on the states. Right? Depends on the states because uh, as a matter of federal issue, so DOMA, Defense of Marriage Act. Okay, so that's signed by President Bill Clinton. But back then, yeah, Democratic Party used to be anti-gayist, just like Republican Party, right? Because that's the main. That used to be the mainstream. We're talking about 1990s, not too long ago, 2 decades ago. Okay, but everything changed, and you can change back to anti-gayism. We don't know, right? So I don't think it's a lost cause. Okay, yeah, I don't think so. Again, LGBT members, they are fantastic people. I love them. Okay, what we object to is gayism, LGBTism. We object to that ideology. We don't object to people. We love people, everybody, no matter what ideology they have. We may disagree, but we still love. We can still love, be friends, right? I've seen so many couples. Husband is conservative and wife is liberal. Okay, but they are married, right? And they disagree. So what? We can all still be old friends, right? Yeah. No problem. Okay? There's nothing wrong with disagreement, okay? We just need to be tolerating and respectful, then we are all good. Okay? So yeah, the judicial review doctrine, even some Supreme Court justices disagree with the judicial review doctrine by Justice John Marshall because it gives too much power to U.S. Supreme Court, okay? Almost like dictatorial. So what is judicial review doctrine? U.S. Supreme Court can repeal the laws or executive orders that state or federal legislators came up with. U.S. Supreme Court can just repeal it and annul it, right? That gives too much power to U.S. Supreme Court. Okay, that's why judicial review doctrine. Even some U.S. Supreme Court justices like Justice Scalia, yeah, and Justice Thomas, they criticize judicial review doctrine. Alright, so yeah. FYI. Yeah, Justice Scalia, he passed away, right? Yeah, but he lived very long life, so I like him. He's cool. Yeah, hits and misses. I mean, some of the opinions that Justice Scalia wrote, I disagree. Mm. But mostly, he's decent. Alright, so. Justice Clarence Thomas, African American gentleman. Okay, he used to work for Monsanto, I think. Monsanto, the big agricultural company. I watched some documentary. Yeah, Monsanto, they did something very bad back in the days, right? Basically, they bullied upon small farmers in America, right? They wanted to monopolize small farmers by merger and acquisition. Okay, so yeah, they did something wrong, and also Monsanto's lawyers, yeah, they did something quite what it seems to me quite immoral, if not illegal. I don't think it was illegal, but it was very immoral. Well, I don't know about legality or what they did. Basically, yeah, they bullied upon small farmers in America to control them, how they practice their farming, right? They forced them to use their own Monsanto produced insecticides and herbicides, right? And if they don't use Monsanto's herbicides and their system of seeds and farming, if small farmers in America resist that kind of control by Monsanto, then they would like sue them in court and threaten with lawsuits. So yeah, I don't like what they did. And it's according to this documentary that I watched. Alright. What's the name of that documentary? Something like Food Inc. Something like that. I don't remember. Alright. So and so yeah, Monsanto lawyers they did something what it seems to me very immoral, and Justice Clarence Thomas used to be a lawyer for Monsanto. Okay, so I'm not sure if he was involved in that kind of immoral practice in Monsanto. I don't know, but yeah, Justice Clarence Thomas is conservative, right? I think it's decent justice, alright? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, prosecution, the criminal charge upon police officers, I think they're influenced by protesters, and that's not desirable outcome. Okay, because it's to me it kind of seems like mobocracy, not democracy. Okay, that's not how judiciary is supposed to run. Okay, I mean what people can do instead of all this protesting, they can write letters and collect signatures and send it to prosecutor's office by mail or hand delivery. But all this protesting is too violent, and they are demonizing police officers. I don't think that's the right thing to do. I mean, police officers, they do their job. I mean, there's no reason to protest against police officers. Their job is very tough one, all right, and their job is to protect us and arrest criminals, all right, or criminally accused people, and they go to court and criminally accused, and they get criminally charged and trial. That's legal system, okay, public safety, right? Police officers, I mean, they're people too. We will make mistakes, and they make mistakes too, okay? And some mistakes that we make end up taking somebody's life, like on the highway, car accidents, right? Police officers, they make mistakes too, and some people may die, and some people did die during the arrest. Okay, we, non-police officers, we are not police officers, right? We drive our cars. Sometimes we make mistakes, and some people die from car accidents, right? So accidents happen, and people do die from accidents, from mistakes. Okay. Yeah. So it's sad when people die. We regret, right? But what we need to learn is forgive and forget. Okay. Uh, Maybe demonstrators, protesters, maybe they would say, well, we have to teach them a lesson, it's injustice, and they should pay for it. Well, do you think police officers involved in this Minneapolis incident, do you think they'll be, do you think they are happy about the death of this African American gentleman? I don't think so. I'm sure they were very sad and very sorry. Okay, mistakes happen. Okay, so solution? Yeah, non-lethal weapon. We need to invent that. Non-lethal weapon. We need to invent that. And we still have them, some of them, right? Like the zapper, the electric shock, taser. Maybe they should have used taser instead, right? Okay, then talk to your legislators, state lawmakers, be a lobbyist, or be a politician, run for an office, right? And that's what I'm doing. I'm running for office, Alaska State Senate. Do you know how much it takes? A lot of work to get elected. Oh boy. Yesterday, I spent the whole Saturday, okay, going to meetings, restaurants, bars, clubs, performance, or listening to people. If they like me, they give my campaign card. Whole day. Yesterday. So that's why I'm taking 2 days off. Today Sunday, right? Yeah. Next week we'll be busy going to all these meetings. I'm not sure if I'm going to go to all of them, but as much as my body can handle. Okay, so we'll take 5 minutes break, okay? And yeah, be a legislator, talk to legislators so that police use tasers instead, okay? Make a law. be a lobbyist. Okay, no problem. Okay, but these protests, they're too violent, and many times they are doing something illegal, arson. They should stop doing that. Okay, so let's take a break. Okay, so mathematics, we'll get back to it at some point. Okay, so I promise. Okay. So that's the way it's supposed to work. Okay. Yeah, that's why we need legislators, and that, in my experience, at least in Alaska where I live, yeah, I know state legislators, many of them, and they are very good listeners. Mostly they listen, okay, and they are doing fantastic job. I'm running. I have nothing against them. I'm running because I like running for Alaska. Whatever political position, offices, I'll keep on running, okay, because I love the process, right? Being engaged with the community matters, and yeah, I keep on running. I enjoy running. It's not necessary that I get elected, right? I enjoy the process. Get to meet people, and yes, drinking less. Because yesterday I always spent whole time outside, and I didn't drink. Why? I have to drive. I cannot drink and drive, right? So I came home and then I started drinking, right? Today is Sunday morning, and I'm not going anywhere, so that's why I can drink in the morning. Okay. So if there's some, if there comes some need to change law or make a brand new law, yeah, that's what legislators' job. Okay, so it's a very important job. So yeah, you can make a law so that you require police officers to use tasers, right? As opposed to brute force. Yeah, you can require a police officer to use tasers instead. Okay, because it's, in many circumstances, it's safer that way. Okay. Yeah. Then tasers, they're expensive. I don't know. I don't know how expensive they are. Electrical shock, right? But it costs money. So there should be some budget allocated to purchase tasers and distribute to police officers, every one of them. It will take some money. Yeah, taxpayers' money. Okay? So that's the legislation, state level legislation process, right? What you gotta do is, uh, in many states, the way it works is, at least in Alaska, as a citizen, you can come to meetings, some hearings in legislature, state legislature, okay? And you can even draft a law as a citizen and present it to committees. Like, you have many different committees, right? Your state legislators, they specialize in different things, like budget committee or rule making committee, or you have ethics committee, agricultural committee, oil and gas committee, whatever, right? So all you gotta do is draft a law or write a letter and come to these committee meetings. Many of them are in many states. It's their public event, okay? And hey, we suggest this law, and if they like it, approve it, and it can become a law. You don't have to be legislators to make a law in many states, including Alaska. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, but so it's going to involve some money, because tasers, it's not free, right? So to buy all the tasers for every single police officers, it takes money, okay, and it will come from taxpayers' money. Nothing is free, okay, and all this violent protest, is that's not how democracy is supposed to work, okay, because that's more like mobocracy, ruled by mobs, okay. I mean, burning police officers' cars and burning down police stations. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. Okay, it's quite surprising America is still like that, right? America is supposed to be the most civilized country in the world, but this is not civilized action. All these different big cities, peaceful protest, that's fine, but they became too violent and criminal, right? You throw water bottle at police, that's illegal. It's battery at least, all right? Uh, Breaking into grocery stores and stealing, well, that's burglary, theft, home invasion, whatever. Well, okay, they're all felonious crimes. Burning down police station, that's arson. Burning down police cars, again, arson. Is serious felony. Okay, so it's, yeah. So what's happening in big cities is like free for all, right? Yeah, many people are doing it, so they think they can get away with it. I guess that's why they do it. Oh, they shouldn't do that. Please, let us calm ourselves, right? Yeah, I mean, death of human being is sad, is tragic, all right. But look, it's sad, but accidents happen. Okay, was, yeah, mistakes happen. All right, and but in law, in jurisprudence, I think qualified immunity doctrine should apply, and the police officers involved in Minneapolis incident, I think they should, because they had probable cause, and they tried to arrest this gentleman. There was probable cause. Mistakes were made, but qualified immunity doctrine, if it gets applied, then yeah, they are not guilty. There was criminal charge. There's criminal charge against police officers, right? Third degree murder. It's a like manslaughter, right? Like what's manslaughter? Third degree murder. Well, that's like a reckless disregard of human being's life, right? So that's the manslaughter standard in law. Um, yeah. So the prosecutors who charged these police officers, they should prove beyond reasonable doubt, like the 90% certainty. Okay, beyond reasonable doubt. Well, it's up to the jurors, right? Trial. And so was the police officers recklessly disregard of a person's life when they were arresting this gentleman? Beyond reasonable doubt? That's a very high bar. Okay, so but they were dealing with a very well built, like who so African American gentleman, but race doesn't matter. Okay, race is not a factor. Okay, this gentleman was very big, very muscular, and tall. All right, so ideally, yeah, they should have used perhaps it was better idea to have used taser, electrical shock, right? Well, I guess they didn't have it. I don't know, right? So, have you seen this Bruce Lee movie? Bruce Lee was fighting uh, this very tall man, right? Kickboxer, right? Yeah, but he happened to be African American, but again, race is not a factor here, okay? Very tall man, right? So, and Bruce Lee went after his neck, armbar, right? When lions or tigers attack animals, they go after the neck. When bears attack other animals to eat them, they attack the neck. Okay, because neck is very weak spot. All right, and this gentleman was very well built, muscular and tall, big guy. Okay, he used to be a bouncer. That's what I read. All right, so police officers not as big, not as muscular, right? So they thought probably they thought he could handle it. And the only way to restrain him, yeah, going after the neck. It's like martial art or in animal world, okay? When you're dealing with somebody really a lot bigger than you, yeah, you go after the neck because it's a weak spot, all right? So police officers, I think they thought he could handle it, and no death would occur. He's very well built man, okay? So that would be my guess. So if I was the juror, I probably would say not guilty. If I was the juror, okay, yeah, that's what I would do. But I don't live in Minnesota, all right. So I'm just giving you some legal opinion, okay, legal analysis, right? We all said people died. We are sorry. We are sad. Okay, but we have to analyze the situation in a very logical fashion, methodical manner. Why? That's how a jury trial is supposed to work. It's not about emotion, no, it's about law, it's about facts, objectivity. All right. So that's how in democracy, that's how trial system judiciary is supposed to work. It's about rationality, not emotion. No violence. You have to analyze logically, think rationally. Okay, so yeah. Okay. Again, this is not about racism, anti-racism, all those they should not factor in. Okay, it's about logic. All right. So, all right, we'll take 5 minutes. Okay, and then yeah, I mean we gotta get back to mathematics, right? Yeah, at some point we'll try. Okay, but those issues are important issues. Okay, so that's why you take some precedence, priority. All right. All right. But yeah, we'll try to get back to mathematics. Okay. I'm not sure if we'll ever get back to mathematics, man. Oh boy, because we're dealing with some important issues, right? Hopefully, we get back to mathematics at some point, one day, all right? Because I miss it. Okay, let's talk about history, American history. Because a couple of days ago, yesterday, we discussed this issue, slavery, right? Yeah, it happened, and regrettably, but the slave trade brought Africans to America. So now we have African Americans, right? And yeah, Liberia, right? Back in like 1700s, I guess, or eight, I guess, during the Thomas Jefferson era, right? Uh, Liberia, some African Americans moved back to Africa and established this country, Liberia. And yeah, politicians, I think it was Thomas Jefferson, and some others, okay, they supported that movement because they wanted to go back to Africa, okay? Liberia, all right, in Africa, okay, established by African Americans. They moved back to Africa, okay. Some of them did, but most of African Americans they stayed in America. Why? Because I guess they liked America better than Africa. Okay, and it happened uh, because of slave trade. All right, most African Americans probably prefer to live in America as opposed to Africa. I'm not saying Africa is inferior country. No, Africa, they are fantastic countries, right? Yeah, they have great culture, tradition, and healthy cuisine, and oh, there are great things about Africa, right? Yeah. What I'm saying is, African Americans, uh, yeah, we don't want to say thanks to slavery trade, but because of slave trade, uh, it established. Because of slave trade, Africans came to America, and they don't want to leave America. They don't. Most of African Americans, they don't want to go back to Africa, right? They still want to live in America, right? And so it's like God turning curse into blessing, something like that, right? And African American culture is very great culture. It originated jazz, soul, uh, rhythm and blues, and also a lot of dancing styles. And African American athletes, they are very excellent athletes, like Michael Tyson and Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali, right? And among others. So and hip hop culture, rap, right? It's African American culture. They are the God's prophets, like God sent, right? Even K-pop, many of K-pop, not all of them, but many of them is based on, influenced by African American hip hop, rap, and rap is very beautiful music form. Okay, so and it happened because of slave trade, because Africans came to America during that era, and they stayed here in America. All right. Yeah, God works in a mysterious way, right? Bible says, right? He's turned the curse into blessings, right? Humanology, it has co-evolved with gayism, because big part of humanology is kind of motivated by gayism. Yeah, legalization of gay marriage. A big part of humanology is kind of counteraction to gayism. One of the big ideologies we advocate for is anti-gayism, all right, and also anti-psychologism, because a big part of humanology is reaction against, counteraction against psychologism, all right, not people but ideology, right? So that's how humanology developed. It's a co-evolution, right? So yeah, God works in mysterious ways, right? So okay. So we talked about labor exploitation by white people from black people, but have you seen this movie Gone with the Wind? All right. So even back in slavery era, like 1700s, 1600s, 1800s, whatever. Even back in the days of slavery, so-called slavery, not every white slave owners were brutal and cruel. I'm sure some of them were, but not all of them. Down in southern states like Georgia, Mississippi, whatever southern states, like look at Gone with the Wind, that movie, okay, or book, right? I mean, just think commonsensically. Do you think every slave owners, white people, were so cruel and inhumane to their African American slaves? I don't think that's true. I'm sure most of them were humane and nice to they are black slaves. I'm pretty sure about that. Why? People are people. Okay. 90%, at least 90% of people are very nice. Okay. Across all time and space. Okay. Like in Germany during World War II, do you think there were bad people in Germany? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure 90% were nice people. Yeah, under Nazi Hitler. Okay. I'm pretty sure 90% of Germans, even back then, I'm sure they were nice people. They were just afraid. So they didn't quite speak out about this anti-Semitism, this Holocaust. Because, I mean, Nazi Germany, this secret police under Hitler, yeah, they were violent, right? So, yeah. So people are afraid, okay. Um, yeah. So when it comes to labor exploitation, all right, again, it's not about race, right? Why? Uh, in Europe, in America, yeah, white people exploited labor of other white people by underpaying them. Okay, and this indentured servitude, bonded servitude, that some people call slavery. It's not just white against blacks. Okay, it happened in Asia too. Asians against Asians, and whites against whites, Jews against Jews. Okay, servitude, class hierarchy. It always existed. Maybe it still does. Well, we have more upward class mobility nowadays. Okay, it's more merit-based system, at least in America. Okay, yeah, you work hard, study hard, then yeah, you can be big. Like Abraham Lincoln, President Abraham Lincoln, he was born poor. He's a self-made man, and some other people, Rockefeller. Rockefeller, he was not born rich. Yeah, the oil tycoon Rockefeller, he was not rich. He was not born rich. He worked very hard. Self-made man. Okay. A lot of famous people in America are like that. Okay. And African Americans. Look at Justice Clarence Thomas, and other prominent African Americans. They become doctors, justices of United States Supreme Court. All right. Because, yeah, upward class mobility. Okay. Look at all football stars, basketball stars, African American males. They make millions a year, right? Because they work very hard. Alright? And they're African Americans. Yeah. So that's why I don't think racism actually exists in America. Alright? Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of poverty stricken neighborhood, mostly African American neighborhood, okay? Yeah, they used to call it ghetto. Now they call it inner cities, right? Yeah, we should help them out, of course, but not with money. It doesn't do money is not going to do anything, okay? But with education, all right? Yeah, and so that they learn and they get good jobs. They learn job skills, knowledge. We help them study or learn job skills so that they get high paying job and so that they make good money as opposed to resorting to crimes and riots, looting. Okay? What we gotta do is help them out with knowledge and education. Okay? We will help them out. I mean, if I'm the president, okay. But with Vice President Biden or President Trump, probably it's not gonna happen, right? Because they don't know how to do it either. Yeah, I'm running for president this year, 2020. Okay. I've clear your vision how to do. I have all the solutions, right, to solve all these problems. Okay. I intend to keep on running. All right. I keep on running. We'll take 5 minutes break. Okay. So, all right. Yeah, we're gonna help them out. Okay. And solve problems. Oh boy. Give me 5 minutes. Okay. So during my break, I looked up this Wikipedia article about indentured servitude. All right, and yeah, they talk about so what's indentured servitude. It's like underpaid labor, basically. All right. So what happened back in the days, like 1700s, 1800s in America, is this. Okay, I just read it in the Wikipedia. Okay, white people, Europeans, they migrated from Europe to colonies, colonial America, eastern coast, right? But they didn't have any money, so they made this contract with white people who is already in America, okay? Some landowners, business owners, okay? White people who are already in America, okay? And these white people in Europe, they wanted to come to America, but they could not pay for this ship. It's very expensive, this travel from Europe to America, right? So they made this contract with business people in America back in 1700s, 1800s, okay? Okay, yeah, I got the money, so come, I pay for your travel. But in return, you will work for me for 3 years, 5 years, and we're not going to pay you very well. So basically, it's kind of like slavery, okay? It's white people on white people, okay? So that's in the indentured servitude. I just read it from Wikipedia article, okay? About African Americans? Well, they didn't want to come to America, right? But they were sold. Okay, so but they, from what I've read, yeah, selling indentured servant to another employers, it was quite common practice. Okay, yeah, white people sold indentured servants who are whites, who are Caucasians, to other white people. Labor, sale of labor. Yeah, selling people. Okay. So it's not about races. It's not. Then what is it about? It is about money. So that's what happened back in the days, in Europe, in Asia, America, everywhere. All right. Nowadays, yeah, it's illegal to do so, right? But that's what they did back in the days, and it's not about races. It's about more about uh, unequal distribution of wealth. Okay, some people inherit money, inheritance. Okay, but nowadays it's a lot better because yeah, I mean there's the inheritance, right? Inheritance is about private property right. Let's say you make money, okay, and you're old, maybe you're 100 years old, so you write a will and you specify after you pass away who gets the money, who gets the house, the mortgage all paid off. Yeah, who's gonna, if you write a will, then yeah, you can specify your property to go to anyone that you want, your friend or whoever you want. Okay. Yeah, wills and trust and estate law, right? So, but if you do not write a will and if you pass away, then by depending on the states, but they are pretty much the same, it goes to your next of kin or your spouse or your children. Yeah, 50-50 or 30-30 percentage, okay, depending on the states, but it's pretty much the same. Mostly it goes to your spouse and your kids if you have one. Otherwise, next of kin, your siblings or whoever. Sometimes even to your parents if they're still alive, right? And Otherwise, it, it is cheat to the state or federal government. Okay, so if they cannot find your next of kin, and if you didn't write any will, and you pass away, it goes to the state, federal or state government. Okay, so that's the law. That's like by default. Money go back to the government or the people. Why? The government, they don't get to keep the money. They spend the money to build roads, to pay for firefighters, police officers, and others like social security, unemployment benefit, whatever. Right? Yeah. Money eventually go back to the people. Okay, so that's the East Cheat doctrine. Okay, yeah. So, but most people they write wills, right? Because it's the money that they earned for their lifetime, right? And most people want to specify who's gonna get the money after we die, right? So that's inheritance. It doesn't have to be your spouse. It doesn't have to be your kids. Okay, you can give all your money. You can write a will to go to some charitable organization or your friend, whatever foundation, scholarship fund. Okay. Private property, right? Okay, you can specify in your will who gets the money. It doesn't have to be your spouse. It doesn't have to be your kids. But if you do not write a will, then it will by default go to your spouse, your children. Okay. So that's the law, right? So inheritance, okay. Probably people want it. Why? Because they want to have freedom, right, to specify who gets the money after we pass away. Probably most people want that, right? Most people do not want the money to go to random strangers like government. Most people want to write wills so that it goes to mostly their loved ones. Okay? Maybe their caretakers who took care of them when they are old, when before they pass away. Sometimes. So they write wills, right? Other times, their friends, somebody they know, their spouse, their children. Okay. Most people don't want their money to cheat to the government so that it get distributed to random strangers. Most people don't want that. Okay, so people probably want inheritance so that they have right to write wills. Private property right. Most people probably want that, right? Yeah. So that's why we have that law, right to write wills. Private property right. Okay. And so it has to do with Fifth Amendment Constitution, right? Yeah, right to property, due process, right? So, Mr. Rockefeller, he was not a rich man. His father was like salesman. Okay, I watched his documentary in YouTube. Okay. By the way, I criticized BBC for that documentary. What Blue Planet 2, whatever, right? I think they are the one who killed all that coral in Pacific. I think they may sprayed some chemicals or acid. I think that's what happened. I'm speculating. I don't know. I wasn't there, right? But it seems to be the case. Okay. But BBC, otherwise, yeah, they're good. Okay, they make good journalism, and they make also good documentaries. Some other documentaries, I am a huge fan. Even Blue Planet too. Yeah, it was very well shot, very well filmed. Okay, and some BBC documentaries are really high quality and nice, right? Like Alaska Bear documentaries that BBC made. Right? Yeah, I'm a huge fan. Right? So Nobody's perfect, okay? We have all goods and bads, right? Yeah, sometimes we do horrible things, okay? So we're all humans, right? So, anyway, so Rockefeller, he was not rich. He was not born rich. His father was salesman, like moving town to town, right? And they were not rich people. They are like probably lower middle income, probably. Okay. And Rockefeller became the richest man in America. He worked very hard. He did not inherit any money from his parents. Abraham Lincoln did not inherit anything from his parents. Okay. Well, African Americans, like musicians, football star, basketball star, I don't think they inherited any money from their parents, but they are millionaires. Miss Oprah Winfrey, I don't think she got rich because she inherited a lot of money from his parents. I don't think so. Probably because I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Oprah Winfrey, okay, because it's not my cup of tea, okay, so because she had this TV interview with this Caucasian blonde young lady who got charged with murder and convicted because what she did, she got pregnant and basically she let the baby die because she did not want this baby, okay? And she disposed of this baby, okay? So and she was convicted for murder for that. I think that was too harsh a sentence, all right? She's a very beautiful cheerleader, blonde, right? And it was actually her boyfriend who should have been charged. Her boyfriend is kind of ethnic guy, kind of mixed race, something like that, and they were dating. He was football star and she was cheerleader. Yeah, it's ultra interracialism, right? And teenage dating. I don't like it. All right. So her boyfriend, from, I think I watched this documentary or something. Her boyfriend manipulated this lady, teenager. They're both high schoolers, okay, so that she kills the baby. So the boyfriend should have been charged for murder and not the girl because the girl, well, she made a mistake, okay, but murder, I think that's too harsh, right? And Oprah Winfrey interviewed this girl, okay, who was in jail, and I did not like Oprah Winfrey's attitude. She was like kind of sarcastic about this girl, all right. I'm not a huge fan of Oprah Winfrey, okay, but she's rich, right? And because she worked very hard, not because her parents were rich. I don't think so. I don't know, right? But African Americans or Caucasian Americans, European Americans, okay, many of times they become self-made men or women, right, without any inheritance. Through their sheer diligence, they become very rich. Yes, both blacks and whites. So I don't think racism exists in America. I think they are making excuses. So I got computer programmer job, right? I'm very proud of having been in that profession. Yeah, I'm an ex-computer programmer. I'm proud of that experience, right? To become a computer programmer, it was not easy. We'll take 5 minutes break, okay? And I'll tell you more about that experience. Okay? Yeah. Give me like 5 minutes. Yeah. Well, mathematics will do later. Okay. Ah man. Because it's been a busy week. All right. So I just want to relax. Tell you some old stories. Okay. Yeah. Today's Sunday is my day off. Okay. Yesterday Saturday, I worked so hard in this campaign activity. What is it? Yeah, go to places, talk to people, mostly listen to them. Okay, I enjoy it. Yeah, I learn a lot from people, but it's a lot of work. Okay, so yeah, so computer programmer. Okay, when I applied to colleges, both in Korea and in America. Okay, yeah, I got accepted to a nice university in Korea. Okay, then I also applied to American universities, and some of them gave me admission, right? And I chose American university. Yeah, this Madison, Wisconsin. Okay, I got accepted to some other schools too. Okay, and I think one in Washington State and one in West Virginia. I think that's about it. Okay, so I picked Madison, Wisconsin. Okay, um, why? Well, they have very strong engineering program, and I applied for electrical engineering. All right, originally. Also, I got accepted to electrical engineering in a university in Korea. Okay, yeah, they were very good schools, all of them. Okay, but I picked Madison, Wisconsin. Okay, because Korea, yeah, it's a fantastic country, but I lived there for almost 2 decades by then. Like I was like 18, 19, something like that, right? So yeah, I wanted to experience America. Okay, and I was born in America, so I got citizenship, right? So and so I came to Madison, Wisconsin, and I changed my major to computer science. Why? Because back then I didn't know anything about computers or programming at all. All right, so it's something new. Electrical engineering, yeah, I could have done it, but I didn't want to. Too much calculus, too much mathematics. All right, so I changed to computer science. Yeah, we have to take combinatorics, linear algebra, matrix stuff to major in computer science. But I was okay with that because it's not calculus. Calculus, yeah, I studied enough calculus in Korean high school. Okay, so yeah, so I majored in computer science, and it was big struggle. Before I entered the door of Madison, Wisconsin University, um, before I majored in computer science in Korea, I purchased this computer programmer books and read it without understanding it because I wanted to learn it. Some Korean books that I studied, yeah, it was about object oriented programming, like class, you declare class, make object, instances, right? Instantiation. Yeah, it was kind of brand new to me. So that's why I decided to major in computer science because it's brand new to me. I like learning new things, you know. So yeah, and it was a struggle. It was not easy because I didn't know anything about computers, and I did not even know how to turn on this IBM PC machine. Where's the button? How do I turn on this computer? I didn't even know how to turn on IBM computer. Okay. Yeah. And I took some classes, free classes on campus, how to use Microsoft Word, Excel. Okay. I didn't know anything about those things. Well, my siblings in Korea, they knew more than I did. And they did teach me. Okay. Yeah. But I wasn't good at computers at all. Alright. We're talking about 1997. Alright. Yeah. 1980s, me and my siblings, we had this Apple II. Okay. First personal computer. I mostly played video games on the computer. Okay, very beautiful. Yeah, video games. Yeah, they're beautiful, right? Yeah, it was two-dimensional, green screen, right? Apple II, yeah, Macintosh, and then in Madison, Wisconsin, yeah, I majored in computer science. Yeah, big struggle. Okay, me and my buddies, colleagues, students. Some of them are Caucasians. Some of them are were Indians. Okay, and some of them were Asians. So and mostly guys. Right. Some Middle Easterns. Okay, but mostly Caucasians, Asians, Indians, mostly. Okay, computer science major. Right. So and 90% guys. Okay, and so it was difficult and it was challenging, but it was so fun. Computer programming is very creative process. Very creative process. Computer programming. Okay, I loved it. Oh, but the problems that we were assigned by our computer science professors, challenging. Okay, and many of our professors were Jewish. Okay, oh, they are great. Our professors, many of them were Jewish. Okay, oh, we love them. Okay, yeah, Jewish professors, they're fantastic. Yeah, yeah, they're great. And so uh, some other computer science professors, yeah, European, yeah, Caucasian, Indian, um, Jewish, yeah, Asians. Mhm. So, and the problems, our computer programming projects, difficult. All right, wow, right. And they're big projects. Sometimes group projects. We would just spend hours and hours just try to understand what this problem is about. We would reread, and some problems are like several pages. Computer programming projects, okay, when we were in school. Madison, Wisconsin Computer Science Department is quite well-known department, okay. Yeah. And these projects, big projects, difficult. How much time did we have? Several weeks. Most of us took like 18 credits per semester, full time, right? So we got other classes too. I took like English literature class, one of them, okay. And I love the lectures. I didn't like their homework assignment. We are required to read all these novels, kind of memorize the plots and required reading, right? And in the test, they tested our knowledge about this novel. So I did not like the test, but I loved English literature lecture. They was very good lectures, but I did not like the testing, right? I, do you expect? Okay, to make sure we read the novel, we to make sure we read the novels that they assigned us to read. So they require in the test we are supposed to memorize the plot summary, finish the sentence, whatever. It's very strange, like nonsensical testing. I did not like the testing part. lectures were good though. Yeah. Disenchanted concept, disenchantment, which is a beautiful concept, right? Like, for example, yeah, we're going everywhere. Sorry. Uh, Diversity. That's very in Democratic Party. That's enchanted word, but in Republican Party, diversity, tolerance. That's kind of disenchanted word. Perhaps even polluted word. Okay, because in Democratic Party, yeah, that's very enchanted word, colored word, polarized word, ideologized word, tolerance, diversity. Okay, yeah, whatever. I just applying what I learned from English literature class, which is very good class. I just didn't like the testing. Do you want me to, do you expect me to memorize this novel written by some writers? Come on, it's just fiction, okay? You want me to memorize a fiction, plot summary, characters, their names? You're asking me too much, okay? It's just a novel, fiction. It doesn't even exist. It's not even history, okay? So I didn't like, not like the testing, okay? Okay, so computer programming, okay? I loved it, okay? I really loved it, and all my computer science classes, it's all A's, okay? Because I really loved it, all right? Me and my buddies, we would just spend hours and hours to understand this problem, and then we come up with algorithm, and then we encode it, we program it, right? We use Java, and we use Unix, sometimes Linux. Linux, I love Linux. We love Linux. Very beautiful operating system. Okay, Linux. But mostly we use Unix, which is kind of ancestor of Linux. All right. Red Hat Linux. Okay. Yeah, Linux. Their platform is very aesthetically pleasing. Okay, very beautiful. Macintosh, very beautiful, right? Yeah. The, yeah. I did use Macintosh in the school campus computer lab too. We used everything. We're computer science majors, right? Yeah, we're supposed to know Windows, Macintosh, Unix, Linux. We did everything. We are computer science majors, right? Yeah. So mostly we used Unix and Emacs as text editor, all right? We kind of dabbled in VI. They all like, it's fantastic editor. Okay, it's very difficult to learn, but we dabbled on it. Okay, played with it for a while, but I wasn't very good at it. But it's very interesting. Okay, Vi editor. It has many different versions. Like Elvis is one of the versions. Okay, computer programmers, they have good sense of humor. Okay, so like Elvis, LVIS, so the vice. Okay, so whatever. Anyway, yeah, it took hours to understand what this problem is about. It was several pages long, big computer project, several weeks deadline, right? And then it's group project. Okay, sometimes we have individual projects too. Okay, but collaboration, even if it's individual projects, collaboration was not only allowed but also encouraged, so that we learn from each other. Right? So how many pages of computer programming code? Several dozens. All right. University of Wisconsin Medicine Computer Science Department is they are serious. Okay, they are serious department. Okay, yeah. So we learned very well, right? And so we understood the program and the problem. Took us several hours, like read again and again, right? Sentence by sentence, word by word. And then we come up with the algorithm, flow chart, right? And then we start programming. And testing, debugging, fixing some errors, right? Boundary conditions, right? Yeah. Some weird strange input, big input, small input like 0, -1, +1, big numbers. See how it performs. Okay, sometimes it goes into stack overflow, like infinite loop, right? Sometimes we have to physically unplug the computer to shut this program down. Otherwise, it's gonna go forever. Stack overflow, right? Yeah. Good old days. Sometimes, in some week, I did not sleep a wink for a whole week. Some week I didn't even sleep. Why? Computer programming project and other classes. There was like 1 week I didn't sleep at all. Sleep at all. Sometimes some other weeks I would sleep every other day. I would sleep every other night. Did I do exercise? Yes. Me and my buddies, we went to gym together. Lifting weights. I also ran too. So I graduated, right? 3.9 out of 4.0, right? Yeah, some distinguished graduate, okay? So I got some nice award. Graduation with distinction, okay? In graduation ceremony, right? Yeah. Hey, people with this red ribbon, whatever, this scarf, graduation with distinction. Yeah, stand up. And I did stand up because I got one, alright? And let's give them applause, and they applauded for us. God bless them. That's so nice, right? All different races. I'm neither black nor white, okay? But I have been loved by whites and blacks, Hispanics, Jews, Arabs, Asians, mixed races, Hispanics. They all loved me, and I love them all. Okay, no racism. There's something really great about America. Okay, all different races, we love each other, right? There's something really cool about, beautiful about America, and also about Alaska, right? And also different parts of America too. Okay, we get along, right? Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, we are taking today off. Okay, today is Sunday. Okay, we worked so hard past week, right? So we're just taking a break. Okay, so okay, let's take 5 minutes break. Okay, and then we'll get back to memory lane or mathematics, whatever. Right? We're just chilling. Okay, we work very hard, right? Let's take a break. Okay, so we earned it, right? Yeah. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay. The moral of the story is this. Okay, it's not easy to study and to get a job. It's not. Nothing is easy. Okay, so I graduated from computer science. Okay, and I went to Cornell, where I was born, Ithaca, New York. Okay, beautiful town. Okay, wonderful people. Oh, this falls, mountain. Okay, oh, Ithaca, New York, a very beautiful, beautiful town. Great people, good people. Okay, and and I dropped out because PhD, computer science. Oh, in Ivy League school, Cornell University. Oh my goodness, I couldn't take it. Okay, I did. I was first in class. Okay, we had five qualifying exams, PhD program, after 1 year. All right, I passed four out of five, and I was the only one, as far as I know. There was some rumor. Hey, no, you're not the only one. There's some another person who passed four out of five. I doubt it. I think they made that up out of jealousy. All right, because I humbled myself, and I knocked on the door of my colleagues and learned from them. Because five qualifying exam. Okay, first theoretical computer science, like algorithm. Second, computer programming languages, I think. Third, computer programming languages and compiler, alright, I think. And third, artificial intelligence. Fourth, like systems, like operating system, database. Fifth, computer architecture. Okay. Out of five, I failed one. Can you guess what it what that is? I give you 1 minute. I gave you this quiz before, but I think it's in this 200 lost episodes. I think. So that's why I'm asking you again. Alright, so I gave you 1 minute. Numerical analysis. I'm not sure if it was in one of five qualifying exams because they're kind of grouped together, right? Yeah, theoretical computer science and is it combined with computer programming language? I'm not sure. It's been a long time. Okay. Numerical analysis. I'm not sure if it was included. I'm not sure. Yeah. But artificial intelligence, yes. Oh yeah, computer net is a computer system. That's like operating system, and database and network, computer network. Okay, and some computer security too. Okay, it's all grouped together. And theoretical computer science, yeah, like algorithm theory and uh, theoretical computer science, like like automata, automaton. Okay, and some others. Maybe numerical analysis was included in there. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's been a long time. Okay, and then artificial intelligence, and then programming languages, and computer architecture. Okay, computer architecture more hardware oriented, right? Like CPU, central processor unit, right? All that stuff, like machine language, right? More electronic side, hardware side. Okay. Um, so which one do you think I failed? I passed four out of five. I'll give you 1 minute, okay? And as far as I know, I was the only one who passed four out of five. I was number one in Cornell, computer science department, PhD program. In the beginning, right? Your time's up. Yeah, it was computer architecture. Why? That's hardware, right? Yeah, I wasn't very good at hardware. Okay, we were required to in Madison, Wisconsin. We were required to take some electrical engineering classes like Carnot map, right? Yeah, Boolean algebra, binary. Yeah, I love that class. Carnot map, fantastic, right? Boolean algebra, love it, right? Yeah, I got an A, but so that's more like computer engineering, hardware side, and I did not pass that. Okay, so uh, all the others I passed it. Okay, so all different subjects like computer programming language, algorithm, like numerical analysis, operating system, database. Okay, so my colleagues, they are good at different things, right? I asked them all, so I learned all of it from my friends. My colleagues in PhD program in computer science in Cornell, Ithaca, New York, they're good at different things, and I learned from all of them. So I was good at everything. So that's why I was able to pass 4 out of 5 when they passed 1 or 2 or 3. The special, their specialization, right? The things that they are good at, they passed it. But I humbled myself and I learned from all of them, and I passed 80% of them, 4 out of 5. Okay, yeah. And they kind of got jealous, okay? So they start spreading this rumor. Oh no, he's not the only guy. There's another person who passed 4 out of 5. I think that's made up rumor, okay? They were jealous. And they were very surprised. Why? Because they told me. But I learned from all of them. That's why I was able to pass more exams, Q exam, qualified exams, than they did. I humbled myself and I learned from them. There are 5 subjects, all different computer science subjects, okay? And I passed more exams than they did. Why? Because I learned from all of them by humbling myself. Yeah, your kung fu is better than mine, so teach me, all of you, okay? That's why, yeah, so I was not as good as each of them in this individual subject, but overall, 4 out of 5, I was good enough to pass. So I passed more exams than they did because they were good at only one thing or 2 things, right? I was good at almost everything. I mean, computer theory, computational theory, yeah, they were better than me. Probably their score was higher than me in computational theory, right? But they were not good at systems, like operating system, right? But I asked my colleagues who are very good at operating system. His individual score was higher than me, probably, right? But computer programming language, yeah, my colleagues, different colleague, his score was way beyond me, but I learned enough from him so that I can pass this bar. So I passed. And this guy didn't pass computational theory or system, computer system, okay? But he didn't humble himself and learn from his colleagues. I did. So I learned from everybody, okay? 5 different subjects, right? So I passed 4 out of 5 when other guys, they'll pass like 3 or 2. Because they didn't humble themselves and knocking on the door of other PhD candidates. I did, right? Humility, right? That was the key to my success. But I ended up dropping out. Why? It was too much, okay? So after 2 years, I dropped out. Because when I was in Madison, Wisconsin, yeah, I did go out dating sometimes. I went to parties, right? Madison, Wisconsin, yeah, it's good, very good school, but it's also known as a party town, all right? College parties, block parties, okay? So I went to parties. Sometimes walking down the street, and there's party, I would just walk in, okay? Because we are students, the same school, right? Yeah, they let me, right? Crashing parties, right? These days I do politics, right? Yeah, I do crash political meetings. Uninvited guest. Okay, I just crash their meetings. And it's because open to public, okay? So, yeah. Yeah. Good old days. Yeah? Okay, we'll take 5 minutes, okay? And I'll tell you more stories, okay? Mathematics, we'll get back to you later. Okay, I'm sorry. Because I had a very busy week, alright? So I just want to relax, alright? So, mm. Wait, we'll take 5 minutes, okay? Alright. Okay. So as PhD candidate, okay, I was in the program for 2 years. Typically, PhD about 5 years program. Okay, so yeah, philosophy I doctor PhD. Okay, is doctoral degree. To get it, typically it takes about 5 years on average. All right, maybe sometimes people do it in 3 years, 4 years, or more than 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. It depending, it depends on program, professors. Okay, but on average like 5 years, 4 years. Okay, um, so it's quite a lengthy program. Okay, so I dropped out after 2 years. Why? Too much mathematics. Okay, I mean I love mathematics, but I don't want to do it too much. Okay, we are required to take these difficult statistics classes, and I couldn't do it. All right, too much mathematics. Okay, so I love mathematics, but not. I don't want to overdo it. Okay, so I couldn't take it. All right, but 2 years in Cornell, Ithaca, New York, where I happened to be born, because my dad did his PhD in Cornell. My mom, yeah, they got married, and my mom supporting my dad. Okay, and I was born there. All right, so I came back to do my own PhD. My dad finished his PhD. Okay, some of my siblings finished their PhD. Me, I couldn't. All right, my parents were so proud of me when I got into Cornell PhD, because following the footsteps of my dad, they were very proud and they were very sad, upset when I dropped out. They were sorely disappointed. After I dropped out, me and my parents, we didn't talk for about a year. Why? Because I was like, hey, parents, I'm dropping out PhD. I'm gonna go to Hollywood and become a movie star. They were like, berserk. Berserk. They were angry, okay? So we didn't talk for about a year. Okay. So yeah, I moved to Los Angeles to become an actor, okay? Yeah, I know it can sound very ridiculous. But I was pursuing my dream. Yeah, I wanted to be an actor. Right? Entertainer. So I moved to Los Angeles, California, and got a computer programmer job. Before that, I was working in McDonald's, Subway sandwich, right? I gotta pay the bills. And I applied to computer programmer job, and I got one, alright? My salary, that was year 2006, $30,000 a year. $30,000 a year. Divide 30 by 2. 15. Yeah, $15 per hour. That was my salary. My first job after school, colleges. By then, I have 3.9 GPA out of 4.0 and 2 years in Cornell Ivy League school. My salary as a computer programmer, $30,000 a year in year 2006 in Los Angeles, California. Right? Well, it's Pasadena, California, the job. But I lived in Los Angeles, California, San Fernando Valley. What town? Encino. Right next to the Sepulveda Boulevard. Yeah. Rented a small room, apartment. Well, it's 2-bedroom apartment, but I rented one. So it's like sublet, right? I rented one room in that 2-bedroom apartment. Okay, I'll tell you all about it. Okay, it's a very interesting story, right? Yeah. I was happy. $30,000 a year. Yeah, I was able to pay the rent, buy my food, put some gasoline in my car. What car was that? Chevy Corsica, 1996. Most likely you're younger than my Chevy Corsica car, 1996 car. Okay, so it was year 2006, so it's like 10-year-old car, right? Chevy Corsica, red. All right, so I bought that car from my friends in Ithaca, New York, and I drove that car from Ithaca, New York to Los Angeles, California. It took me about 3 days. Okay, so many stories to tell you. So it took me 3 days. Okay, I guess it was in the summer, maybe May, June. So I was driving from Ithaca, New York to Los Angeles, California, passed by many different states on the highway, and I was kind of sleepy, so I pulled over and parked my car somewhere. Fell asleep. Inside my car it was too hot, so because I could not wait until I see a motel. I did stay in motel sometimes, but other times I felt sleepy, so I cannot sleep and drive. So I pulled over, exited some highway exit, and parked my car safely. And I was just took a nap, but it was too hot inside of my car. So I got out and I just slept on the ground right next to my car. Sometimes, okay. When I was sleeping. Sometimes during the day, sometimes at night, okay? On the ground. Because inside my car, it was just too hot, okay? I just lie down on the ground without anything. I just lie down, okay? Once it happened, right? I don't remember what state it was. Maybe Kentucky, Arizona, I don't know, alright? During the day, I just got out of my car and started sleeping, just lying on the ground without anything, just lying on the ground. Alright? It was during the day. And a kind and generous gentleman looked at me just lying on the ground and came to check on me. Are you okay? I was like, oh yeah, oh I'm fine. I'm just taking a nap. Okay, just making sure you're okay. I thought you are dead or something. Oh no, I'm very much alive. Thank you, sir. Thank you for checking on me. Okay. And he was a white guy. I'm Asian. Oh, they still care. Okay. Please do not hate white people. Okay. They're nice. Okay. I'm Asian. I'm not white. Okay. Okay. Some other time. It was at night. I pulled over, exited the highway, pulled over, safely parked my car. It was too hot, so I slept outside again. Right next to the car, I just lied out on the ground and started sleeping. It was at night. Okay. And I remember hearing something was passing by, crawling right next to my ear. I was not supine, but what's that? What's the antonym supine? I was on my back, squarely, on the ground, without anything. Okay, no tent, no nothing. Okay, no pillow, no blanket, no nothing. Just me and the ground at night. Summer. Okay, I just lying on the ground like this, on my back. Right. And I heard something, some insect, crawling right past my ear on the ground. Okay. I think it was a spider. The spider just passing by right next to my ear. I heard it crawling, passing me by. I was like, yeah, whatever. So after 3 days, arrived in Los Angeles, California, got a motel room. Right? Yeah. Applying for jobs as a computer programmer. Well, it takes a while to get a computer programmer job or any job, right? Running out of money. Okay, so I applied to McDonald's, Subway sandwiches. Okay, and Burger Kings. Okay. So yeah, McDonald's they hired me, right? Yeah, minimum wage. Back then I don't know how much it was. Maybe $7 per hour, something like that. Okay. Minimum wage. Okay. Yeah, drive-through crew. Yeah. I did cook French fries, salted, soda pops, right? Hey, here you go, sir, ma'am. Yeah, McDonald's uniform, right? But I never get promoted to yeah, flipped up burgers. That's more higher up. Okay, burger. That's more higher up. Cooks, right? Yeah, but French fries. Yeah, I did that. Mopping the floor, cleaning the bathroom. Yeah, wiping out these tables. I did that. That was year 2006. So I was like 28. Okay. College graduate. PhD dropout. Making minimum wage in McDonald's. McDonald's is the only Fortune 5, McDonald's, Subway, the only Fortune 500 companies I've worked for as drive-through crew, Subway sandwich maker. Yeah. That's my only Fortune 500 experience. We take 5 minutes break. Okay. And I tell you more stories. Okay. Alright. Perhaps more entertaining than mathematics, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm a storyteller. Okay. Interesting experience. I'm sure you have some too. Okay. Okay. So after a while, yeah, I got offered this computer program job in Pasadena, California, which is extremely beautiful town, right? Caltech is there, right? Also, a film festival in Pasadena, California accepted my movie too. Okay, yeah. They and I we kept in touch, kept in contact for a while. Okay. Yeah, so Pasadena, California, it was first computer program job, about 1 hour drive from where I lived, Los Angeles, California. Okay, so commute, all right. Yeah, it was cool. I was happy. Yeah, I was not making that much money. $30,000 an hour. I no, $30,000 a year, not an hour. Okay. Yeah, I'm drunk. Yeah, it was more money, about twice, $15 an hour, as opposed to minimum wage like $7 per hour in McDonald's Subway sandwich. Okay, so I took it, right? And but McDonald's Subway sandwich is kind of generous to hire me. Okay, so that to help me out, so that I pay the bills. Okay, so they're very nice, right? When I was in McDonald's, okay, yeah, yeah, there's some stories about that. Okay, so it was cool. Okay, but yeah, so I got come to the program job, and I wasn't still talking to my parents, and yeah, I went to a bar, met people as a computer programmer. Okay, so went to a bar, talking to people. Okay, And I met this African American gentleman. Back then I was like 28, right? He was in his 40s, I think, right? So we talked, okay? We chatted. He's African American gentleman in Los Angeles, California, all right? In San Bernardino Valley, okay? So we started talking, okay? And he asked me something like, yeah, hey, what's your story, young man? I was like 28. He was like in his 40s, maybe 45, something like that, okay? Yeah, man to man, okay? Oh yeah, you know what? I dropped out of PhD program and my parents they were disappointed, so I came to Los Angeles, California to become an actor, and so we start talking. And this African American gentleman, very wise man, okay, he told me, young man, you're better off with your parents. Okay, so my recommendation is you call them today, tonight. Oh, okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for your advice. And I followed through, and I did call my parents. It was African American gentleman, very wise man. Okay, he gave me advice, and I heed heeded his advice, and I called my parents after about a year of no conversation. I think I called my mom. I'm a mama's boy, okay, like Elvis Presley, right? Mama's John Lennon, Elvis Presley. Mama's. I'm a mama's boy, okay. So that night, okay, yeah. So I came back to my apartment. Okay, he went his way. Thank you for your advice, sir. Okay, he said that something like good luck. Okay, so yeah, came home my apartment. Okay, in North Hollywood, and I called my mom, and she was like, "Hey, are you okay?" Oh yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm sorry I haven't called you for a year, but yeah, I'm alive because we were worried about you. We didn't even know whether you are alive or dead. Oh yeah, I'm very much alive. Thank you for your concern. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm in Los Angeles. I got a computer program job. Yeah, I pay my rent, buy my own food. I'm not in any debt. So yeah, I'm doing very well. And yes, I'm still trying to be an actor. Oh, okay. So there was like year 2007, 13 years ago. I talked to my dad too. They were very happy that I was alive. Yeah, I wasn't making that much money, but they're my parents. They were disappointed, but because I didn't quite go into the direction that they wanted me to go. Get a PhD, become a professor, just like your father, alright? But I didn't go down that track, okay? I couldn't do it. I wasn't cut out for it, alright? But they were still happy that I got a job, not making much money, but pay my own bills. I'm alive, healthy, happy, pursuing my dream. So they didn't agree with me going for acting and Hollywood, and they didn't like that. Okay, me laughing stock, right? But they were happy to see that I got a job, program a job, paying my rent, surviving, living, alive. So they were happy. They're my parents. Later on, I made a movie, right? And I showed my parents my movie. They didn't like it very much, okay? They did not like my movie. Okay, I was like, oh well, it's my baby. It's like your metaphysical grandchild. Would you hug this movie, my son or daughter, whatever? It's your grandchild, metaphysically speaking. Would you please hug this my movie, my baby? Show some love. Maybe my baby, my movie is not that pretty, but this my baby is your metaphysical grandchild. Would you please hug and kiss my baby? Would you watch this movie through with me? Yeah, it's kind of long, maybe boring a little bit. Avant-garde, experimental, 70 minutes long, feature length, 1 hour and 10 minutes. And they said, well, yeah, they watched it and then stop. Yeah, please stop this movie, okay? Yeah, we watched and we don't want to continue to watch this, okay? Thank you, but no thank you. So I was like, okay. It's your freedom, my parents, okay? Yeah, you don't want to watch my movie. Well, whatever. So they did not like my movie, okay? I was disappointed, but whatever. They rather watch movies made by other people, but not by their son. Maybe my movie wasn't that good, okay? My parents, they rather watch somebody else's movie, but not their son's movie, okay? I was like, maybe my movie wasn't that good, okay? Maybe it's kind of act of revenge. I disappointed them by dropping out of PhD program, Ivy League school, Cornell University, right? So maybe they want to disappoint me back by refusing to watch this movie through. My movie, the movie I made, all by myself. Maybe they wanted to hurt me back, disappoint me back as an act of revenge. I don't know, but they did not like my movie. Okay, I was like, okay, okay, no pressure. Okay, you don't want to watch my movie, fine. I'll turn it off. That's fine. Well, this therapy for metaphobia. Okay, this movie I made. Not many people liked it. Okay, though I tried. Maybe it's not good enough, but I gave it the best I could. I like my movie. Okay, it's like my child. You love your baby, right? Your son, your daughter. So humanology, mathematics, my movie, I think they're beautiful. Like metaphysical parenthood, right? I don't care what other people say about my mathematics, humanology, my movie, my articles, essays, papers, right? I think they're beautiful, okay? It's my baby, my child, right? Yeah. So I'm kind of like a woman, right? It's Friedrich Nietzsche, German philosopher. Yeah, I'm pregnant with these ideas, philosophy, vitalism, right? Yeah, philosophy of life, Friedrich Nietzsche. He noticed the similarity between pregnant woman and a philosopher with pregnant with ideas. Yeah, we guys, we give birth to mathematics, humanology, movie, right? It's our baby, right? Then who's the father? God. Yeah. Like Virgin Mary, divine impregnation, right? Yeah, it's like that. Okay, so does it make sense? Mozart, Bach, they're all men, right? All these classical music composers. We guys, we men, we tend to be more risk takers. Females, they tend to be more risk averse, right? So that's why presidents or CEOs, mostly men, right? I don't think it's sexism, misogyny. I don't think so. Okay, so to make a good CEO or president, you have to be able to take risk, right? So that's why we guys, we are more risk takers. Females more risk averse, right? Yeah, that's why most CEOs of big corporations or presidents, they tend to be males, risk takers. Okay, so it's not. I don't think it's sexism. I don't think it's misogyny. Okay, look at all these classical musical composers like Mozart, Bach. All right, very productive, prolific, right? Fecund. Yeah, they give birth to all this wonderful music. Mozart, Bach. But at the same time, they're like females, right? They give birth to babies, metaphysical babies, their music, right? Classical music, right? Then who's the father? God, muse. Even females who inspire them. The Beatles, Beach Boys, love songs, right? Who inspired these males to write this music? Females. So it's like gender swapping, right? Gender exchange. Females, they are like males. They give this metaphysical sperm to these males. Beautiful lady inspiring this male. Beautiful lady inspiring this male, as if metaphysical sperm from female to male, and I'm pregnant with this metaphysical child, a song, philosophy, poem, like Lord Byron, right? Inspired by females. So females, they are like sperm, metaphysical sperm giver. We males, we get the metaphysical sperm inspiration from females, and we are pregnant with these ideas, poems, songs, philosophy, music, and we give birth to this poem, poetry, novel, movie, music, song. Yeah. That's the magic of humanology, okay? Yeah. We are very erudite, not pedantic, but erudite. We are very well versed, well read, well learned. We are scholars. We know a little bit of everything. Alright? Welcome to humanology. Okay? We'll take 5 minutes break. Maybe 10 minutes break. Okay. I need some vocal rest. Okay? Alright. Alright. Okay. So, I'm very proud of my mom, my dad, my parents. Okay, they're great educators. My dad, professor. My mom, small business owner. Okay, she used to be. Okay. What my dad did is this. Okay, so my dad created this company, porcelain business, pottery business. Okay, he created this small business and he gave it to my mom. Right, and my mom ran it, and she did it very well. My mom is very smart lady. Okay, and my dad, he knows it how smart my mom is. He did not want to waste my mother's education, her talent. Okay, so my dad, he created this small business, pottery business to make cups, dishes, yeah, porcelain, Korean style, like Korean China. Okay, yeah, and he gave it to my mom to run it, and my mom ran it very well. Okay, so because she's very smart lady, she's very beautiful. All right, she's very beautiful. My mom, very beautiful and very smart. Okay, uh, yeah, she's great sense of humor, and she's beautiful. All right, and she's very smart. Okay, so great sense of humor. I was like, "Hey, mommy, would you marry me?" I was like 7 years old, right? When I was like 21 years old, "Hey, mommy, mom," I didn't say mommy. "Hey, mom, if you can get a Korean girl who's as beautiful as you are, who's as smart as you are, I marry her like tomorrow, okay?" She said something like, "Oh, that's a tall order." Something like that, okay? Yeah, so we left, or so, yeah. I'm a huge admirer, huge fan of my parents. My mom, my dad, fantastic people. Okay? I love my parents. I talk to them all the time, okay? So this African American gentleman in Los Angeles, California, he was right, okay? Yeah, you're better off with your parents. Call them. And I did follow through. I took his advice. I called my parents in Los Angeles, California back in 2007, that night, that very day. Alright? And I still talk to my parents. Okay. Okay. So, computer programming, okay, it took me a long while to learn it, job skill. So I got a better paying job as a computer programmer, alright. After that, after a while, by then, like, after doing computer programming for 2 decades, right? I wanted something new. Okay, I'm kind of like this wanderlust traveler, this kind of nomad, right? Yeah, yeah, I love computer programming at the beginning, but yeah, it's kind of getting old, right? So I wanted something new, so I started studying law. To become a lawyer, oh my goodness, it took me a long time. I studied for LSAT in Los Angeles, in Texas, in Afghanistan, back in Texas, right? Took me forever. So I graduated. I mean, I got out of the U.S. Army after 4 years of active duty junior enlisted soldier, E4 specialist, electrician for helicopter. All right. And when I was in the army, I was studying for LSAT. It's not pass or fail, okay? This was Legally Blonde. I mean, it kind of spin off. I mean, they whoever wrote it, I think it's Caucasian blonde female, or law school graduate, I guess, became a Hollywood writer or something like that. Okay, Legally Blonde, right? The I guess she took that phrase from legally blind. Legally blind. So yeah, making just change I to O, legally blonde. Put some E at the end of that, whatever, right? Legally blonde. Hollywood directors, writers, don't know what they're talking about. Elle said law school admission test. It's not pass or fail. It's scored. All right. But in that movie, they say, "Oh, she passed the LSAT." LSAT is not pass or fail, lady. Okay. Or guy, Mister, Miss, whatever. I don't know what they're talking about. So this, whatever Witherspoon, whatever actress, right? She played that role, Legally Blonde. Yeah, I watched that movie. Okay. And it wasn't that good, right? But this one part I liked. Okay. Yeah, this Witherspoon, whatever, right? Actress, kind of petite, blonde. Her face, I don't think she's that pretty. Okay, she got this chin sticking out, whatever. Right? Whatever. But she's a good actress. Okay, I get it. And yeah, she's like a lawyer, and she wanted to be a lawyer, and then there's this bicycle guy slapping her keister, and she said, "I object." I like that part. I think it was funny. Okay, so but the rest of the movie, so this lady is Witherspoon, right? Well, not my cup of tea. That movie. Okay, they got it all wrong. Okay, lawyers, they're not like that. Okay, so LSAT test is not pass or fail. So they said she passed the LSAT. No, LSAT is not pass or fail. Okay, depending on the law schools. Okay, they have different cut scores. It's not pass or fail. It's scaled, sliding scale. Right. But qualify exam in computer science, yeah, that's pass or fail. Right. Pattern bar exam, yeah, pass or fail. Okay. But LSAT test is not pass or fail. Right. It all depends on law school that you apply to. It's sliding scale. It's not pass or fail. I'm trying to rhyme, right? So I studied for law school exam LSAT when I was a computer programmer in Los Angeles, California. Then I joined the US Army instead. Why? I needed some brain break. Okay, I didn't know anything about GI Bill. Okay, I just joined to give some rest to my brain department, to do some work, brain work, push ups, sit ups, right? Yeah, I joined the US Army instead. Okay, and then so I was in Georgia for 1 year, Fort Hood, Texas 1 year, then Afghanistan 1 year, and I restarted studying for LSAT, and then back to Fort Hood, Texas, 1 year. I took the LSAT test. I sat through. Because in California, I did try to take LSAT, but I had headache, so I canceled my exam. Walked out. I had headache. Right. It took me about 5 years of studying for LSAT, law school admission test. So yeah, back in Fort Hood, Texas, after Afghanistan. Okay, when I was in Afghanistan, I studied for it. Back in Fort Hood, Texas, I studied it and I took the exam. I sat through, finished it. My score 171 out of 180, top 3%. Right. So I applied to law schools, Yale, Stanford, Harvard, Vanderbilt, Minnesota, Michigan, Texas, right? And Minnesota, Texas, Michigan, Vanderbilt, in Tennessee, right? They gave me admission, okay, and I picked Michigan, okay. Why? Well, I got some this scholarship, okay. But why not Texas? Well, I lived in Texas for 1 year before diploma, 1 year after diploma, okay. So I picked Michigan because I never been there, alright. So, but University of Texas Law School, they gave me nice law school campus tour, okay. I'm very grateful, right? They're very nice to me. I was in army uniform, right? Yeah. And I met some of my old professors who used to be my professor in different schools. Okay, I paid them visit, right? Yeah. Because professors they move to different universities, right? Yeah. Yeah. Because great professor union reunion. Because I still keep in touch with some of my professors, many, right? All different schools that I've been to. Okay. Because I'm very grateful for them educating me. Right? To me, they are like my metaphysical parents. Okay, my professors in Michigan, Texas, Wisconsin, Cornell, or some other places. Okay, even my high school teachers in Korea, yeah, I still keep in touch with some of them. Okay, yeah, because they are like my parents. Okay, they took care of me. Every Christmas, yeah, I give them thank you Christmas cards. My former bosses in computer programming, right? Yeah, I send them Christmas cards. Because they took care of me, they loved me, they mentored me, just like my parents. Okay, yeah. U.S. Army officers, sergeants, I still keep in touch with them. Okay, they took care of me. Yeah, I send them Christmas cards. So during the Christmas season, I'm busy. Yeah, it's copy and paste, but still, envelopes, stamps, printing it out, a lot of work because I owe a lot of people, all different races, African Americans, Caucasian Americans, Asian Americans, Asians, Jewish Americans, Arabs, Arabian Americans, Arabic Americans, Indian Americans, okay, so many of them, okay, Native Americans, okay, yeah, I give them thanks. Because they loved me, they took care of me, okay, and I don't forget. As a Christian, I honor my parents. Okay. Yeah. What time is it? Yeah, let's take 5 minutes break, okay? So, and then we'll stop and restart, okay? I don't lose this footage, okay? So, I see you later, okay? Alright, thank you.